And we're back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben, what's happening, everybody? And we brought a special guest this week, good friend of ours, Brandy Gamber. How are you, Brandy?
I'm great. I don't have a cool nickname though, so we're gonna have to work on that.
B-Gams.
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 You had to have one in high school. I don't remember. We all went to high school together. Brandy, we've been friends for a long time now. And finally, Chris was like, "Hey, we gotta get Brandy on the show. We're doing a Disney themed episode." He's like, "Brandy loves Disney. Let's get Brandy on the show."
They're not telling lies. I'm a Disney nut. So
Okay, so like we do with every guest, we say, "Hey, you're coming on. We need your top 5 movies."
All right. So
let's see what you got. Are you gonna give them to us in order, or what do you have written down over there?
So first, this was super hard,
Okay.
just because you don't think a top 5 is hard until you have to go through. So I had some honorable mentions.
That's fine.
Not in any particular order. My top 5 is Lord of the Rings and the Two Towers,
Okay.
Green Street Hooligans,
Great movie.
Pan's Labyrinth, Remember the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
and Hook with Robin Williams.
Figured Hook will be on there.
Okay, yeah, you love Hook, right?
Yeah,
that was
We
your...
we grew up together, so we used to talk about
Right. The only
Did
one
you see that awesome Peter Pan movie?
the only one I haven't seen out of those is Pan's Labyrinth, but I hear like incredible things about that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it does have subtitles, like it is
That's fine.
translated, but it is fabulous.
Okay.
And it won quite a few Oscars, including Best Picture, I believe.
Okay.
Means it sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Chris
Normally,
has a thing.
It does, but no, the artistry in this, the cinematography is way too good.
And then you can't say that and say the artistry of a movie, because that's all the Oscars are. It's filmmaking and art.
I know, but at the same token, like, some movies just have a too out-of-the-box concept for me, and I'm like, why the fuck did they win?
They're boring as shit.
Some are. I don't argue that some suck. But
Cheers
there are some
to
great.
some movies
gotta
sucking
drink
and
and
some being
cuss.
great.
Yeah, if you cuss, you gotta drink.
That was not disclosed to the beginning, so I apologize in advance.
Okay, but so your actual top 5.
Those are my actual.
Oh, that is your top 5. I thought you were
Nope.
giving the honorable
No,
mentions
my
first.
honorable mentions are Patch Adams, also Robin Williams.
Williams.
Love the concept.
Uh-huh.
Jerry Maguire,
Jerry.
The Sandlot. I'm a girl, so The Notebook. I couldn't help it. And Beyond the Gates, which is a very underrated indie film with Ian McKellen and Hugh Dancy.
Never
And
heard of it.
I have not heard of that.
Maybe we'll do that next week.
I can tell you that it is very powerful, so if you want to check out something that's really going to tug at your heartstrings and care
Okay.
about the world,
I
it's
love
about the Rwandan genocide.
I love a
Is
good
it-
cry in a movie. I
Is
cry
it
movies all the
Oscar
time.
worthy?
Honestly, I cried the entire time I watched it, pretty
That
much from
sounds-
20 minutes in. It was.
Good note for me, dog.
Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah, no, Chris.
See that tough facade? He's building
I
muscles
cried.
to compensate
Yeah,
for
I
his
cried a
tears.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm knocking that. Just not interested in a indie cry movie.
Okay, so I was confused. So Lord of the Rings: Two Towers is like.
It's up there, man.
So why the middle one?
Honestly,
Probably your
I-
favorite.
No, but I'm just wondering, out of the 3, what makes that?
because I love the introductions of, you get the middle content, so you're out of the premise of setting everything up, and although that's interesting,
the boring one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
know, the one that
walking
takes
one.
forever.
Yeah,
when
that-
him and Frodo are falling in love, and I'm
God.
like, I love you guys so much. Just go. Just
Yeah.
keep it moving.
That movie's the first one is like, God, this sucks to get
And
through.
everybody always goes for Return of the King, but for me, the Battle of Helm's Deep
Mm-hmm.
really like sealed the deal.
Yeah.
There was so much sarcasm and satirical comedy in it, on top of some just badass stuff happening.
Yeah, it's respectable.
That's
I'm
very
yeah,
respectable.
I'm into that.
I like it.
Yes.
And I love that, Gandalf is a badass.
Yeah. No, that's great. I
He's
mean,
like, hey, I'm gonna come back and just fuck up your whole day.
yeah, that dude. I love that you
Yes,
like
shall not pass.
had things to say. Like some people be like, I don't know, it's just my favorite, but you had like, boom, boom, bullet points ready to ride. That's good.
She prepped. She
I
did
love-
way more
look,
prep work than I ever.
I'm a nerd, and I got nervous to be on here, so
Nah, please
this
don't be.
calmed me down.
We're dudes in a basement.
No, you
Also-
should be nervous. We're very famous.
Yeah.
I get stopped on the street all the time.
Yep.
If you guys ever want to hear a fun story, you just go ahead and ask them to answer the question on camera about freshman year and a certain pole that Breezy's face
Yeah, I
is
ran into a
familiar
pole.
with.
I don't know if I told that story.
I
I told it
don't
on the
know the story.
podcast. I told on the podcast. We're talking about embarrassing moments. It's not good.
I'll look it up.
First day of school, my shit, my swollen like
He
this.
was checking out the hot seniors and just walked straight into a metal pole. on the floor.
God.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Oof. Oh man. Okay. So great list. top notch. We're going to move on to the beer and popcorn. First up, we'll do our drinks. Chris and I are drinking the new Heavy Seas release of like a week or so. This is the beer that they did the contest for. People submitted pictures of their dogs. And so they had so many submissions, and you'll see the picture, but there's the dog. The dog's name is Ruby. That's the one that won. Yeah, kind of cool. And then a portion of the proceeds for every sale from this beer went to Barks, which is that's
badass. It's the Baltimore Rescue Facility for sheltered animals.
Yeah. There you go.
And actually, real quick note, in case you guys didn't know, they're actually in the Baltimore area right now at capacity, and they're waiving all fees for the next week if you go and adopt a pet. So something to think about.
Yeah, I mean this label is so cool.
Nice.
The Chris Shiner did the art like he does with all the cans. I mean, this is great. I really
the way
like
Ben is looking at this, I'm telling you.
I just hadn't analyzed it yet. It's pretty cool. And I was also reading the back. So this is a double hazy IPA.
I wish you could see how you're looking at it though.
Why?
Glossy eyed, like those memes. I wish anyone would look at me the way Ben looks at this beer.
Well, I was just trying to read, honestly.
I was thinking more so like the movie Due Date when he's like, I have glaucoma. Hello.
No, Ben won't.
Stop it. This is very good. I like this a lot. It's what did I say? It's double hazy IPA, right?
It tastes good, yeah, it does.
Insanely juicy and citrusy. I mean, it's
Juicy's a weird way to just grab a beer.
So
that's what it says. I mean, it's but anyway. So what do you have?
Bang Bang White Claw Watermelon. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it was in my fridge. It was convenient and it's tasty.
Basic Bitch Summer. That didn't come out.
Right. He's trying to call me a basic bitch summer. And he can't even articulate.
I drink White Claws.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You and John both?
I really don't. It's Miller Lite or nothing typically, but
John drinks them. John drinks them.
Well, for those of you that knew me before, I was pretty established at drinking beverages of the beer variety. Yeah. And when I say that, I mean I was about 60 pounds heavier because I could beer bong 30 packs with these fools.
Yeah, she good.
Yeah, and you look great though.
Beer bong.
That weight.
Cheers to being adults, guys. Look at us go.
Boom. Cheers.
Kinda. Semi-adults.
So anyway, highly recommend this. Beerme.com, BIERMI.com. The tap room is open now. You can go down there, sit down, and enjoy it there as well. But I just do curbside. Curbside is so easy. It's like a place where you walk in, hey, this is here, and then boom. Popcorn. We got our boys back. I was able to make it out there this week in a monsoon. I had a slight break in work today where on my lunch break, I ran up to Ellicott City to grab the popcorn, and that just so happened to be the moment when all of the water fell out of the sky.
And it is located in Old Ellicott City.
Which is flooded a million times.
It's almost a death sentence.
Just to get the sirens were going off and everything today. This is awesome.
Have you ever had Easy Pops? It's pretty damn good, right?
This is amazing. It's like the right amount of crunch and softness. Good salty flavor to it.
This is the extra cheesy cheddar. We've had this one. It's great stuff. I just love it. It was good to be back out there. And they got some big things going on. Specifically at the Fells Point location. So get down there soon. They've kind of expanded a little bit. It's pretty cool from what I was hearing.
So what is it?
I'm not going to...
Oh, it's a surprise?
Go see it, yeah.
It's an interesting way to promote something. Show up and find out. You're going to love it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild from what I'm hearing. The upstairs, they kind of went in a whole... think the back of Spencer's. You know?
No,
that's a terrible...
Really?
No.
Like a swingers club?
No. Like the stuff that they sell back there, though.
I was like, what Spencer's?
The back of Spencer's is all like swinger stuff.
I don't know about swingers, but sex stuff.
Sex stuff. You can say it. People know. It's where you came from, kids.
Yeah. So yeah, I hear it's gonna be crazy down there now. So
sounds like it. That's an understatement.
Popcorn sex shop.
I'm
so glad you said it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean,
I guess salty flavors will be a different variety.
Yeah. I don't know, but I kind of want to go see it. I've only ever been in the bottom half of the one down there. It's a whole new world up there, I guess. But they did it down there. I don't know if that would fly in Ellicott City, but they did it in Fells.
Who knows?
Yeah,
So
so
you let us know when you check that out.
I will. But I don't know.
Pick me up a swing, will you?
No, speaking of fellas, though, that kind of a good segue into. So I have shout out my wife and I. Really just shouting her out, but like she's put up with me for 3 years as of yesterday. We've been married for 3 years. It was our
Anniversary.
Yes, 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years married, 7 together. So I love you, babe. Happy anniversary again. Even though we celebrated last night, we went down to Fells.
Did you go to the Pit Popcorn place for your anniversary?
What popcorn place?
The popcorn
Hasty
sex
Pops?
shop.
No, but they don't have popcorn down there. But my point is, the segue was that's in Fells. We were in Fells, but more so Harbor East.
Way to ruin the segue, Chris.
I thought the segue was it was our anniversary sex shop.
Yeah. No. It's just that we were downtown and we went to this like Italian chop house restaurant called Tagliata, which was pretty good.
I heard good things about
It's
that.
good, yeah. It's definitely a special occasion type restaurant. Okay, like
That means expensive.
it can be, but their happy hour is dope. Like we
Okay.
got there a half hour before our dinner to sit at the bar. She's like, "Oh, hey, happy hour for another day." Bunch of appetizer choices for like $6. You can get a charcuterie board for like $8. Buffalo Trace $8. Like that's good for Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace at a bar.
Yeah.
So their happy hour is sick. And so yeah, it was a really the vibe in there was really cool. Low light, like it's really cool place. They move a little slow, but I think that's the vibe of the place. Initially, I was like, "Man, the service is slow in here," but I think that's their thing.
like
That's like the
actually-
post-COVID vibe everywhere, though.
That's a fair point. We were there for 2 hours. Like for our dinner was from 7 to 9. It was long, but like it was just an experience. You're kind of just hanging out.
Julia would kill somebody.
It was long. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not only that though, like especially being a bartender right now during the pandemic, you just see this influx. Everywhere is increasing business so fast, and you just don't have the staff.
Yeah, right, of course.
Yeah.
So, but it's good that you still got to be immersed in that experience and
was
just
nice.
kind of take a step back and enjoy it.
It was cool. Definitely recommend going, like, special occasion, obviously.
Yeah.
But she outdid herself, man. Like, the gift she got me. So first episode, you remember when we introduced Name Their Movies? And I said I heard about it on Doug Loves Movies, the podcast that I listen to all the time.
Yeah.
So she reached out on Cameo to Doug Benson,
Okay.
and she got a video from him for me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That's
so,
awesome.
and I'll cut it in. I'm going to put it in the
Okay.
episode.
Hey, Blockbuster Ben. Blockbuster Benson here. Your wife Courtney sent me to give a shout out to Real Life Movie Talk and to thank you for listening to Doug Loves Movies. And we're going to play a little trivia game with you that I've prepared for tonight's Doug Loves Movies that I'll be taping in Brea, California. We're going to play a game that revolves around this guy because I'm going to give him away. This is Benny. He's in a movie called Benny Loves You, but he's got a knife. So that gives you an idea what that movie's about. So we're going to play ABCD's Nuts, and we're going to spell Benny Loves You. And the theme is inanimate objects that come to life. I don't know what he just said. So I will give you the letters from Benny Loves You, and you tell me what movie it is that I wrote down, and if we match, you win. It's on the honor system, of course. B is Bride of Chucky. Did you say that? E, Evil Dead 2. N, Night at the Museum. The second N, Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. That's going to be fun when we play that tonight. See if somebody names the second Night at the Museum movie. Sam Levine's going to be there, so it could be quite a trap. Young Sherlock Holmes. L is Look Who's Talking. O is Oz, the Great and Powerful. V is Virtuosity. E is Eraserhead. Can you believe something comes to life that's inanimate in each one of those movies? S is Seed of Chucky, so that's going to be fun. Y, Yoga Hosers. I'm told something comes to life in that. I couldn't find a second O movie, so I just went with Oz, Great and Powerful 2 times. And then VHF. UHF. you don't spell you with a V. I feel like you might have matched me somewhere along the way, Ben. And I would like to close this out by saying... that wasn't a good one. Benny loves you, Ben. Happy anniversary.
And he goes, "Hey, Blockbuster Ben, it's Blockbuster Benson."
Oh,
so that's not what he
funny.
goes by, but he did it because,
that's awesome.
and he's like, "I gotta shout out Real Life Movie Talk." Yeah, and then so he went on to say some things, and then he played like a little mini
That's
game
awesome.
with me, but obviously I didn't play. He's like, "See if you can guess." He has a game on the show called ABCD's Nuts, right? And
That's
it's
awesome.
so basically he writes down something, and then each letter he has a movie title for that letter. And you have to guess what he wrote down for that letter. And there's a theme. It's like a whole thing. It's a fun game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to be recording this game tonight on the episode when I record.
Oh, so you're on the episode. Or that's the game they were playing.
That's the one they were
I'm
going to
sorry.
play
Gotcha.
when they recorded. And so I was going to just share the video last night, but I was like, on the off chance he doesn't want it out there because they're going to play
You're
the
such
game.
a nice guy.
So I'm going to put it in this
So
episode.
consider it.
Yeah. So anyway, great gift, dude. I couldn't believe it. She sent me
I'm
a text.
watching that when this is over.
She sent me a text and was like, it was a video. I was like, I did not recognize the person. And I've seen Doug Benson live. And I was like, who is he? But he had a hood up, long hair. Now he had COVID hair,
Okay.
like long. Anyway, it was super cool. Great gift. So anyway, yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Shout out to you, babe. Love you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers to you guys.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I figure you might be thirsty after all
Yeah,
the talk.
yeah. I
Normally, that's my MO. Must be something with the initials. Like them BGs get you every time.
Yep. What's your middle initial? L? Okay. Got it.
It's not really hard.
Big.
Just featured on Joe Dirt and Ted.
Oh man. Okay, so that is the intro. We're past all
Intro over.
Yeah, that long intro. But the introductory stuff, I mean. So we're gonna jump into Cruella.
Okay.
I'm super excited to talk about this movie.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I loved it. Cruella came out 2 weeks ago, but we just got to it because we had a couple things last week. It's currently in theaters, and you can also get it on Disney Plus with Premiere Access for like $30. But that's one of those things that I don't really do because that you don't own it if you ever get rid of the service. So yeah, rated PG-13, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Love the length. I thought it was great. Directed by a guy named Craig Gillespie, or Gillespie. It's one or the other. Don't know. He directed I, Tonya, which was great.
That was great.
The
Good perspective.
yeah. The Finest Hours, Disney movie. $1 Million Arm, a Disney movie. And then his first movie ever was Mr. Woodcock. Do you remember that movie? With Billy Bob Thornton and Sean William Scott?
The French, or the gym teacher.
Yeah, that was his first movie ever. Written by Dana Fox and Tony McNamara. Tony McNamara wrote The Favorite, which was an Oscar-nominated movie a few years ago. I really liked that movie. It was a really, the way it was shot, it was old Englishy kind of movie.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, but it was, the cinematography was unreal in that movie. It was so good. And so the plot is, it is a live-action prequel to 101 Dalmatians about Cruella de Vil. It's about how she becomes Cruella de Vil. That's the...
Interesting thing is, while I was watching it,
Uh-huh.
I couldn't tell if it was a reimagining of Cruella or if it was a prequel
Oh.
until the end.
Oh, it's billed as a prequel. Like, that's kind of...
I didn't know that, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't even know if I saw any previews for it when I went and saw it.
I actually don't know if I did either.
So I didn't know it was a prequel. And I was watching and I was like, are they just reimagining the story of Cruella?
Yeah.
Maybe? And then it ended and I was like, oh, shit.
Got it. Okay. I thought it was great. I think I heard through word of mouth that it was like a prequel or something. Somebody said it's just a prequel.
Sure. I know like a year ago it was coming out. Because I was like, oh, look at all these live meeks.
I knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
I just don't remember any previews.
I specifically searched
Well,
them.
yeah,
But the previews kind of showed you, I guess, slightly because you saw Emma Stone as her natural character. What was it?
Estella.
Estella. That's what it was. Estella versus Cruella. So I was like, okay. I was like, they're going to do some prequel stuff. I overall, I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it very much.
This movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, she mentioned Emma Stone. Great cast. Emma Stone plays Estella Cruella. Emma Thompson plays the Baroness. Jasper and Horace are in this, played by Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser. this guy John the Valet, played by Mark Strong. You'll recognize him. The bald guy, tight jawline. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's the bad guy in Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. Yes. And then Roger and Anita Darling are also in this movie. Roger's played by Kevin Novak, who I didn't know. Anita Darling is Kirby Howell Baptiste, who I recognize from The Good Place. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show, The Good Place.
Love.
Yeah. Good Place is great. Yeah.
She plays the doctor that dates Chidi.
Yeah. So I was like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, who is that? And then I figured it out. But yeah, great cast.
Absolutely, yeah.
100%.
Done well.
So, what do you guys think of the movie? Let's get into
Overall
quick thoughts. What do you guys think?
I thought the cast was phenomenal. I mean, Emma Thompson's one of my go-to favorites because she's so versatile and can play lots of roles. But she also
That's
brings
the old lady.
The Baroness.
All right.
Yeah.
The Baroness.
I'm bad with names. You need to know that now.
Cool. So Emma Thompson is the Baroness who essentially is the villain to Cruella.
Right.
But
right.
I
Or
truly,
the inspiration.
yeah, I actually love more than anything the degeneration and deterioration of Cruella's character, like from Estella into Cruella, and how she doesn't see it as a negative.
Yeah.
Overall,
yeah.
costumes. I thought the casting, aside from I thought the costumes were on point.
Yeah, it was awesome.
There were some slight inconsistencies for me, like,
Yeah.
just different moments that occurred, and I was like, I don't know how I really feel about that section.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And we'll
talk-
get into
we're
that
gonna
in a
talk
little
through
bit.
those, yeah.
But overall, I thought it was vicious and delicious.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I love it. So what I compared this to, in a weird way, is the Joker. The Joker movie that came out, the one with Joaquin Phoenix,
Okay.
where it's technically the origin story of the Joker.
Yeah, I get that.
And I thought this was done so much better. Like, Joker was good, it was fine, it was whatever.
I thought it
wanted
was
to-
way too long, and compared to this, like you said, the time frame was accurate. It kept you engaged, and there was always something once you got past the initial lull that every movie has, where you were like, okay, I'm ready for shit to happen now.
Yeah.
But then
this did have it, but
it just built up and stayed there the entire time.
Yeah, I think that, like, what I'm getting at is that I didn't feel bad for the Joker. Like, I felt bad for Cruella. Like, the shit that she went through in life.
Damn,
Joker was built as just like this. He's a sad guy he's like depressed, and he just like I didn't. And when that movie was over, I was depressed. Like, I wanted to kill myself when Joker was. I walked around in like a trance when that movie was over. This movie had me hyped. Like, I was like, not related, but I was empathizing with her character, and I just really thought this was so much better than. That's the only other like villain origin story I could think of recently to compare it to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
and I honestly, I just thought that, how you said it, she was a villain that you rooted for. So you saw both sides, and I think it related a lot to many people because we all float that way. But
the Baroness was a worse villain,
well, yeah. Even
She
in my
became
head,
a bad bitch in the end. She just became, she wasn't nice. And most bad bitches are not always nice. And that's just...
I would feel like if
so
you're doing
much.
that comparable, that the Joker is the rated R version of this type of story, because they kept
That's a good point.
Cruella's innocence throughout. Like,
she was
never
a young girl.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm saying her innocence as far as she really didn't do anything villainous.
She didn't actually kill the dogs.
She didn't do anything bad throughout the movie. If you think about it, all she ever did was revenge, and it was all for a purpose.
Revenge is bad, though.
For one person, though. It's not like she was slighting other people. She was just attacking one person.
I don't agree because in the end she ended up attacking nonchalantly Jasper and Harris because she just constantly shit on them.
But that was kind of like the consequence of her. That's where the end came in. But throughout the whole movie, you think she's going to do things she never did.
Yeah.
I never saw her as a villain in the movie at all.
Not really either. And only when she was mean to Jasper and Horace, but that plays to the original animated 101. That's how she treated him. So like to watch that progression, like you said, was.
I know. I'm just a pussy sometimes, and it hurts my heart. I'm like, oh, look at them saving her and helping.
I love those guys.
I will say,
I used to love those guys.
They were very funny.
Yeah,
they
were great.
If I had a comparable, I was gonna compare it to The Devil Wears Prada meets like like a kids movie.
No, 100% Devil. Well, it is Disney one, but like, definitely Devil Wears Prada. And I'm glad you said that because it's set in this fashion world, in the 60s in London. I mean, it is that.
Right.
And do you want to know? I got a little nugget for you about that. Do you want to know why it felt like that?
Because it was.
So I mentioned these two writers, the two that wrote the screenplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are 3 people that also got story by credits. Remember we talked about that? It's like
Yeah.
story by is something that's based on like an idea or whatever. So this lady, Aileen Brosh McKenna, she wrote like an early draft of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So which is why she got the story by credit, because it wasn't her screenplay that was used, but she wrote an early draft.
Was it supposed to be a prequel to Devil Wears Prada?
She wrote The Devil Wears Prada and created Miranda, what's her name? Priestley in Devil Wears Prada.
Well done.
So like that. So that's why you get that. Is because she like so it's there. You know, it makes sense.
It does. It's just I say that to say this. It's not really my cup of tea. Pun intended.
Dude, I love The Devil Wears Prada. Like weird. Like I think that's a great movie.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I don't give a shit about fashion, excuse me, but like that's a great movie.
It is.
Anyway, sorry, did we throw your point like off the rails?
That's okay.
Sorry.
I was just saying that that would be one of my comparables.
Definitely.
Like The Devil Wears Prada meets
Joker.
like The Little Rascals or something.
Devil Wears Prada meets Joker.
But I would honestly have to. I liked the movie. I thought it was awesome. Mm-hmm. By the end of it, the story came together. But there were a lot of parts in it where I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm over this.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. General thoughts. Everybody good? Anything else you want to say? You want to jump into some spoilers?
We jumping.
Yeah, let's dump and jump. Okay, so first up, things you liked. Like major things you liked, and spoilers. We're there.
Go ahead, buddy. You take the first lead on this one.
Oh, things I liked.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed how she came into herself, right? You're talking about Cruella. This is one of the most heinous, and by today's society, probably the most heinous. We talked about Barks earlier. This is a person that whole mission was to kill 101 puppies. And they took that, they reimagined it to someone you can empathize with.
Yeah.
So, good on them.
Peter would murder her.
Right. She is public enemy number 1 by today's society standards. Yeah. So they did that. I love the female lead. We've been saying it a lot, but I always want to point it out.
Emma Stone.
I thought she was crushing it. I thought it was very empowering for women, for people in general, but for the way she did it, the way she got her revenge.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
I love her.
Loved the way she displayed her dresses in front of her competition.
Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my giant takeaways.
So you mentioned it. You just kind of mentioned a little bit. The costumes are one of my favorite things about this movie.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, the trash gown dress.
Dude, I would put money, like real money, that this movie is at least nominated for Best Costume Design at the Academy Awards next year. And I would put probably even money that it wins.
I don't know about that it wins compared to, because normally the Oscars have become, in a way, they've become pretentious.
They've been pretentious, but
for a hot minute. But I'm saying
Mulan was. I think it wins. I mark it down right now. I'm saying this wins Best Costume Design.
All right. So why don't we
What's today?
I bet that
like
$5 it's nominated and doesn't win.
Okay.
I like the costume design on Naked and Afraid.
Cool.
Costume design is not my
thing.
The soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. You can this is how you know Disney has all the money in the world. Because every song in that movie was like a 60s banger. So you know they paid for those songs. Like that soundtrack was like 60s hit after hit after hit after hit.
I think it was like the first 10 minutes of the song you hear or 10 minutes of the movie, you hear 4 different songs that were all in the Billboard Top 100 for the decade.
Exactly. It's crazy.
You never know.
The style of the movie in general, the way it was filmed, I love that. All the characters.
Some of the angles were a little questionable.
There was one scene where I got woozy.
Yeah, me too.
It's a lot of like...
When they walked down the stairwell, when she was in the big showcase, she walked down the stairwell, turned left, I was like, oh.
It was on a roller coaster.
There was just a couple of things where the camera did like a woo, and I was like, okay, maybe not do that again.
I felt triggered. Like, no one warned me I could get sick.
Yeah.
Who will I complain to about this?
And then all the nods to the original. Like the dude from just the...
I love that they had Anita and Roger in there.
Anita,
I thought that was such a huge feature.
Roger, Jasper and Horace, Eventually, she gets her car, like her iconic car from the cartoon. She gets it. And the Dalmatian, like the
Dalmatian dress that wasn't actually Dalmatian.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love the way it ends. There's a mid credit scene, so stick around like past the initial end credits, and it's Roger playing his piano.
Yeah.
And he gets Pongo delivered to him, and then Anita Darling is doing whatever, and she gets Perdita delivered. So
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
Really?
No.
Yeah. That's like the whole it was boom.
That's what sets up the next movie.
Yes. And
I'm an asshole.
No, just
I'll check it out.
Wait, it'll be.
I've watched it twice, so it's okay.
I wanted to watch it a second time because it's been a couple weeks since I saw it opening weekend, and then I haven't watched it. I did not have time, but I'm going to watch it again, obviously.
I didn't really have an option. I have a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna get half the movie in bits and pieces, and then we just go back through and hopefully get the other ones.
And the heist. I mean, there is a heist scene, and which I love heists, and that's So anyway, that's a lot of the shit I liked.
I thought it was very clever.
Super clever. Yeah.
On a good portion of it.
The heist sequence?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, so good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
Clever,
appreciate about it.
strategic.
Yeah.
It's like Mission Impossible meets like
Well,
Spy
because
Kids.
you see Cruella or Estella starts out with Jasper and Horace, and they're just running grifts, like
right.
stealing.
Pickpockets.
Yeah, and watching them
They
progress
kill it.
and stuff. Yeah, awesome. So let's jump in now. Things you didn't like.
Okay. You want me to? Where you at with this?
Like we said before, the angles, some of the angles.
Okay. Little camera
Some of
work.
the inconsistencies. For example, there's a scene where they set up this whole concert on the Baroness's property, and I get it, it's Disney, but for me, I was like, that's some horse shit. That didn't happen because how are you sneaking an entire 300 people onto this lady's property with private security everywhere to perform a concert? I get
Can't
it.
answer that.
You know what I'm saying? Me
Can't
either.
answer that.
None of us, we're doing okay. We're more grown up, but
Yeah.
we ain't in that tax bracket. But my point is, granted,
That property.
that was just if I'm truly nitpicking to look for something. I was pissed that the Baroness killed her mom. I had kind of anticipated it because
But
when
did you
watch
like that about the movie or dislike it? Because that's what
I
you
hated
want to
it.
feel, right?
Well, and it makes Cruella
I know it does the whole
Humanized,
thing. Well, Cruella was also kind of an asshole in the beginning. She was a very rambunctious child, just not listening.
But she's a child.
But she's a child.
Hey, come
Watch
on.
your mom die.
Come on, that's a mental illness. She's bipolar.
Yeah.
That is true. She does get that in the next one.
Where's your sympathy, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
None.
here's a random question. Now that
Uh-huh.
we've seen Emma Stone, just to throw you guys a curveball.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Cruella? Is it the voice actress from the animation? Is it Glenn Close or is it Emma Stone?
I'm just gonna say Emma Stone. I don't remember Glenn Close. I couldn't tell you anything about that live action version.
All I know about her is she was a pirate in Hook, and that blew my mind.
Yeah, that is true.
And now the villain from the Cruella, that voice in the original is haunting, kind of Jasper. That was kind of rough.
But
But
it's a great movie, man.
it is. But
Underrated.
Maybe that could be like a mini segment. Just do the other ones too, and then be like, what's your fave? Mainly, I don't know. Check out Glenn Close, even if it's 10 minutes of it. She's pretty
I know Glenn Close she's the goat.
I think I gotta go with Emma.
Because
she's the only one that's not a villain.
Yeah, you like her.
Well, sequel's already greenlit, so
I'm interested to see how they do.
I would love to see how she
You better get some smart people in there.
settles into that villain, that real villain. I kind of want to see the even more of a decline.
I think that she is going to kill it in whatever role she is chosen for. Is she going to have missteps? Yes, but especially as Cruella, I think she excelled. And even if the screenplay is not the best, then she will carry it, and it will be Disney beloved fluff.
Right.
You know what I like about her?
Emma
This
Stone?
is gonna sound wrong.
That she was in Superbad?
No, that she's just. This is gonna sound really bad. She's just not attractive enough for it to be distracting.
I knew he was going to go somewhere like that.
I knew that's what it was going to be too, because we know him.
Well, not just in general. I think she's cute. She's conventional.
She's
like
the
Pam,
girl next door.
Like Pam from The Office.
Yeah.
So she's just
Pam
she's
from The
just
Office?
cute enough to be okay, she could do whatever she wants. You couldn't have Jennifer Lopez play that role, or you couldn't have Scarlett Johansson play that role, in my opinion.
No,
Okay.
but I think Emma Stone's beautiful in her own way, just because she's unique and she likes to be
She's
weird.
relatable cute, is what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Yes, I agree with that.
She's not like supermodel.
That's why I said like the girl next door vibe. Like,
Yeah, like Pam from The Office. You gave me a weird face when I
fuck
said that.
no,
In
Pam
The
was also no.
She's
in-
beautiful.
in life, but like
Yeah.
in that character situation, no.
All I'm talking about is just looks.
Oh, okay.
What is the? She did one though where she got real dressed up, right? Like what was the one where she?
Blaze
got-
of Glory.
Yes, yeah. That was everybody was like, "Whoa, this is
Who-
Pam."
I hadn't seen The Office before
Oh,
I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, because if you had, it'd be
Yeah.
like that's night and day.
Right.
Okay, so I really don't. If I wanted to say something I didn't like, I'd have to dive deep because I don't have anything.
Really?
I like. There's no.
Oh,
Thinking
you
back,
couldn't tell that from his first statement. He was like, "Hello, I love it."
Yeah, I really. And again,
Passion.
if I watched it a second time, I could sit like the first theater experience. I'm like, but so when I sit down,
That trash dress, I just thought that was so creative and
Yeah.
smart. Not just fashion wise, but just like that was such a creative, cool thing.
yeah, I
She
just
just had a whole dress that looked like a bunch of trash, and then just took off
I
like.
know, I saw it.
yeah, it would have to be
It was
real
okay.
nitpicky for me. Like to find something I didn't like, I'd have to really like overanalyze. I feel like so. I don't have anything.
Alright, so I
that laugh is. Here we go.
Oh, we're
I
moving.
really hated how the mom died.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
It was quick.
forgot that little nugget.
It was quick and it was unemotional almost.
Mhm.
Like she died and then they were like, "Oh, that sucks." And the little kid,
And everybody's
couldn't-
just moving
the
on.
little kid couldn't act for shit. She tried to pretend to be sad and it was like, "Well, she's not really that sad."
Yeah, she was like,
Oh, my mom. Like just
Direct quote.
I hated that whole scene.
Okay.
Like, I wish they just tied a little more emotion into it. And if you can't catch a kid that can cry, figure out a way to make it look good. They do it with Jason Momoa. That dude can't act. Just cut angles to make it work well.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Dude.
Come see us, Jason.
He's too pretty.
"Don't
now.
come see me. Don't come see me unless it's you know.
Yeah, come see her.
Yeah.
Don't come see
Come
us.
see me for the other things. Just
we
not,
want no problems.
Yeah.
shit, I don't think anybody wants any problems.
No.
Like eat you for breakfast.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a
he
big
can
motherfucker.
breathe underwater. It's impressive.
Yeah.
He's got the smolder nailed with them.
Yeah, I mean, a scratch killed him. I watched Game of Thrones, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. Anyway.
That part I didn't like.
Yeah.
I really thought they should have put more emotion into the mom dying. 'Cause
Okay.
that's supposed to be like the pivotal moment in the whole thing. And it kind of just felt like it was a storyline. They're like dead.
Okay.
Also, it's kind of
Dead movie.
fucking realistic to fall off an entire cliff because a dog jumps on you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just figure that out a little more. I like the dog angle,
It's a Disney
but
movie.
make it better. So, just because it's a Disney movie, I can't critique it.
You can take it.
And then I also
I
didn't
only
like.
like for One Piece,
There's
not all of them.
I didn't like the way she started treating Jasper and Horace.
I hated that too.
And people sympathize with what she'd gone through, but both of those individuals went through the same stuff.
Yeah.
And
But that's just
Horace.
like pivotal to her character. You and I hate
Right.
the same thing.
I understand that.
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't like that you were mean.
Yeah.
And that they stuck around. It didn't make sense to me.
Where are they gonna go?
Right, by that point, they were they started as kids, probably 8, 9,
Yeah.
10, somewhere
Yeah.
that range, and we're up to
Well, I mean, stuck
17.
around with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like they left her before they got arrested or whatever.
Yeah.
And then one more thing that I didn't know I didn't like until the movie was over, but when they were locked up and the dog brought them the key to get out, that's a direct scene from 101 Dalmatians. So if this is a prequel, you're using a scene from the original story.
Yeah,
in
but
the
I feel like
prequel.
they're giving that nod just in case the sequel wasn't in the works yet, or wasn't signed off on.
I'm with you, but look, I don't like something until I see the sequel and it explains it. Then I'll say, now I understand, I like it. I'm doing the opposite now too.
Okay.
So
All right, I like it.
I didn't understand why I didn't like it. Now I know there's a sequel, and I'm like, well, they already used, whatever. Live your life.
Yeah.
And it was slow.
The
And-
movie was slow?
Yeah.
I
There
did
was a lot of-
not think the movie was
There
slow
was,
at
there was
all.
quite a few parts where I was like, all right, pick this
Oh,
up.
no, I was in. I was totally in.
No, I do agree.
You thought it was slow?
I just thought there were moments, probably like 2 or 3, where I was like, okay, come on, let's keep going, and then it would pick back up, and I'd be satiated.
Okay. Can I tell you my favorite line?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So there's a moment like early on when Estella first starts working for the Baroness.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the lead in, but the Baroness says this line to Estella about power. She says, "Let me give you some advice. If you need to talk about power, you don't have it." I love that. Yeah, dude, I love that line. It was like, oh, yeah, good shit. And then my favorite scene is scenes. It's like the montage of like her kind of really starting to ramp up her revenge against the Baroness. Like the different like ways she like undercuts her while she's working for her.
Yeah.
And that's where you see all these insane dresses and
That's
stuff.
Dude, the moths. The moths, I thought that shit was so clever and beautiful. That was like a great creative thing that I was not anticipating.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know, well done, Disney.
Yeah.
Well fucking done.
So, what was your favorite dress? I'm guessing yours is the trash one.
I like
Depends, because I had one for like each thing. Like she literally made a dress out of moth eggs. Like, that's pretty
Is that
ingenious.
your favorite one?
It's my favorite one for her character because I think it really shows how much of a villain she is become by that point.
I like the one that's the first like black and white one you see, right? It's like she like
the Dalmatian one with the fake Dalmatian, or the one at the ball.
At the ball, yeah.
She lights it on fire.
Yes,
that's a cool ass reveal.
Yeah, that to me was like, oh, that was
it
sick.
had a
because it was red, right? And then it
it
was white, and then it was red.
Correct.
It had that white paper over material.
Yes.
It gave me a Hunger Games vibe.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Do you guys have a line or anything else that like was a scene? Like, do you have a?
No.
No. Cool.
I like the scene where she showed up and lit the dress on fire.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, that was like the pivotal. I'm just here to be a distraction, but I'm gonna do that by taking the attention, like a triple purpose.
I feel that was a great moment for the audience because you've been building for like this point, and it was the first moment she steps out as like, oh, let me tip my toes in the water, and then she just loved it and immersed herself in it.
Yeah. Anything you would change about the movie? Anything like something you do differently with the story?
I would change the way her mom, not the way her mom died, but the way they handled her mom dying.
Okay.
Should have been a little more emphasized.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
It should have been. I should have had a second to be sad that her mom was dead.
Before moving the plot along.
Because the whole movie was kind of tied to that one piece.
Okay.
And
that is very true because she like figures out and that's when she plots the
Within like 35 seconds, she's got a new friend for life who you think she's going to date, but she doesn't because you know who she is.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I mean, she had to run. Like, she had to haul ass out of there.
But she didn't have to.
With a couple Dalmatians on her heels.
The directors wrote that in.
True.
So, yeah, that's the only one thing I would change.
Okay.
I could have done, like I said, the angles. Like, I don't like being nauseous during movies unless I'm paying for extra money be in that immersive experience.
Right.
That's fair.
Otherwise, I am so okay with not, like, all the quick changing angles.
That's cool. You don't have to...
Honestly, I genuinely loved the movie overall.
Yeah.
I mean...
Sounds like I'm being critical, but I did really enjoy it as well.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I didn't have any expectations. Like, I just was like, here we go. We're going to see another Disney movie.
I did not. That's not who I am as a person. Like,
I think it's because you're a nice guy.
Maybe. Yeah. But when that movie was over, I was like, whoa. It was awesome. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away.
Do you know what's so nice is normally I'm the person that likes, like, most movies. So it's wonderful because Ben's just, taking that. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's tough because when you have to criticize the movie, you have to think about it subjectively.
Yeah.
And I think, not that, nice, but I think when you like a movie, you
just
love a movie. But when you dislike a movie, you dislike them. It's hard for you to see the positives in a movie you dislike. And it's hard for you to see the negatives in a movie you really like.
That's a fair point.
Which I like. That's passion right there.
Speaking of things that you guys like, what are your guilty pleasure movies? Because I didn't get to know that today. You were supposed to tell me what's your guilty pleasure movie? Ready, go.
That's a good question.
Let's put a pin in it. We'll come back to that at the end, okay? We'll come back to the end.
Ben has to analyze.
No. We're right at the cusp. We're about to score. All right, so do you need the chart? Do you know what that is? Because I'll go first.
Oh yeah, that's
Let me guess, an 11.
Nope.
I'm just joking.
8.5 is my score.
That's a good score.
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, 8.5. Brandy?
I originally wrote a 7.2, but after our discussions, you made some pretty valid points, so I'm gonna bump it up to a 7.5.
Boom.
Wow.
Okay.
I was actually going to be right around there, so I'm going to go 7.3.
Perfect.
I
I'll be a
didn't,
bag of dicks.
and I will recommend, and I liked it.
Yeah, I
just
loved it.
Don't think
I was,
I'll ever
that's what I'm
watch
saying.
it
I was
again.
at one like 7.2 because I was like I would watch
nice
this again.
paper.
That's the same paper I use for our
It's the fancy paper.
ballot
kids.
cards. I had some left, so I was like, you know what? Our official system is going to be on this nice paper.
I like it.
Okay, so there you go. 8.5, 7.3, 7.5. Good scores all around. Highly recommend. Go to the theater to see it. I mean, you know, I don't know how
Go to
long.
AMC. Your
Go
boy's,
to AMC.
Your boy's holding out over
It's
here.
slipping. I know.
Get
I'm
my
holding
stocks
too.
back. Keep reading Facebook posts. Supposed to go to 100 grand.
Let's go.
Well, if you guys want the scoop on stocks, maybe you should peep out Cinemark because they actually just made a deal with Hollywood where they're going to use 5 different theaters that are owned by Cinemark in Hollywood to premiere the films.
What's Cinemark stock?
We'll talk about that after. You
Yeah.
don't get this.
Yeah.
You don't get the
Yeah, we're gonna cut that out. Yeah.
Buy AMC.
Okay. So here we go. Cruella's done. Let's move into this brand new segment, right?
Shout out to Scrib.
Squid, what up, dog?
Right.
Okay.
No. If you're doing the squid, you got to do the.
Yeah, that's it. That's how you play, dude. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm a similar, not that many, but I'm a similar.
No, he always does a 3 and he always keeps his knees bent. It's a triple tap. Up,
Is he
triple
good?
tap.
He's good.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Well,
good.
there it is. That's routine.
Yeah, he's good.
Good on you.
It's like shooting free throws.
It's only weird if it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the new segment. So excited to debut this.
Get it how we live it.
It has been dubbed the ultimate blockbuster night.
Okay.
Okay, by my wife. I was blocked. Chris didn't give anything. No suggestions
I don't give any
whatsoever.
shits.
I only found out I was showing up about a week ago.
Yeah. So basically, as we described last week, we are going to draft a lineup of movies, 5 choices each, and we're going to put them against each other and let the listeners vote on what the best lineup is for the ultimate blockbuster night.
Okay.
Boom.
So it's 5. We're drafting
yeah,
5.
We're drafting
That's it.
5 each.
And that's only based on this category.
Yes.
When-
Disney movie edition.
Right now it's animated Disney movies, but when the categories change, the amounts can change depending.
Yes.
Because if we did directors, some directors you don't have 5 for each.
Correct.
So we're going to
Animated
change the
Disney.
picks based on the content available.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think
And-
5 Disney movies for each category, and we'll figure out who likes what.
And we're going to
category.
draft our team right now. And this episode will come out, and then like maybe a day or 2 after the episode drops, a post will go up, and everyone will be able to vote. More than likely, that will be on Facebook. I mean, I like YouTube is just a video. Obviously, you can leave the comment, put your pick in the YouTube comments, but an official
Absolutely.
post will be on Facebook where you can
pick which one
pick
of
which
the 3
one of the 3
lineups.
I'm going to work out some kind of photo thing where I have the 5, 5, 5. You can look column A, column B, column C,
All right.
and then make your choice.
Awesome.
Bang, bang.
But this week, obviously, we did Cruella. It's a Disney-themed episode. Shout out to the shirt, right? Okay.
Do you want to?
He was the cool kid.
We drew numbers beforehand. Brandon got 1. I got 2. Chris got 3. We're going
How
to go
convenient.
You want a
And we
wager on
did
this, Sam?
actually draw.
a wager. I already made 1 wager tonight. That's going to pay out next year. So I'm good. What do we want to bet? What do you want to bet?
You shotgunning like a child.
No. Loser.
Because I don't shotgun. I just don't.
Loser gets to
Fair.
pick a shirt for the other person to wear during the next episode.
Come on.
I'm not gonna make it bad. Okay, fine. What do you want to wager?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
We're not gonna wager.
And
We
that
will
wasn't
on the
discussed
next
prior. That wasn't discussed prior.
I
All
don't.
right, so how about this? You guys should wager instead of shirts or anything else. You guys get to style the other person's like
Hair.
man area up in this vicinity. Hair and
Nope.
beard.
I'm not styling
Nope.
hair.
Nope.
No?
Nope. You're not touching
You
this.
can, you can style
You're not touching
mine.
this.
You can style mine however you want.
No, you're
I'm
not-
not styling.
I just
someone
want
else's.
all the female viewers
Bullshit.
to just laugh with me hysterically because of the fact that they just turned into prima donnas about touching their hair.
That's not
I'm
the
a-
hair.
I said
It's
you
the
can do
beard,
mine.
excuse me.
What, were you going to shave a line down my head? No, thank you.
No, I'm just saying just products. and
You
stuff,
can do
so-
mine however you want. I'm just not doing another person's.
Chris, I tried to get Chris on another bet. Not for me, but between him and John. I said, if Chris loses, he has to shave his beard. He's like, what? It took me 4 years to grow this beard.
It did.
Do you want to know why? Because he might have looked like he just had baby pubes on his face through most of his 20s.
I did.
Okay, so
All right, let's just draft.
here's the list. I went through Disney Plus. I mean, obviously from memory, but I found all the biggest of the biggest, the best of the best animated Disney movies for this list. Now, there's obviously something on the list that
You can pick anything you want.
but it has to be
It's
Disney.
like a reference. It's like a cheat sheet.
It's just a cheat sheet. It has to be Disney, has to be animated. That's the criteria. Brady goes first, I go second, Chris goes third, and then we snake. Just bang, bang, bang. We're going to pick these movies, a couple words about it, and keep it moving.
Then take a shot, and
Then we're out. So, Brandy,
Stop with it.
first pick. Let's get it.
I'm going to go Aladdin.
Okay, Brandy goes Aladdin. I am going to go The Lion King.
fuck you guys.
I knew you were going to take
Fuck
that.
you guys. All right, give me this.
Oh wait, I just wrote the title again.
Right. He's only had a half a beer.
Bullshit, this is my second beer. Well, actually, I haven't even sipped it yet.
Why did you get so upset?
what, Ben? Bull what?
You got 2 picks. Bang, bang.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go Toy Story,
Okay.
just for Ben,
Fuck you.
Up,
another
drink.
on that, yep.
and then
Is that like a collective series? Like all of it?
No. Each individual movie.
Hercules?
So can you bag of fucking dick?
They're good movies.
All right,
They're
so
good movies.
Chris-
You guys
So
have
you
to
said
bang
Hercules?
yourself.
Chris
is my
went
favorite.
Hercules and Toy Story. So let's go here. So why did you take Aladdin first?
Because I'm one jump ahead of the next guy, one swing ahead of the sword. I don't steal because I now can afford.
Yeah, I mean, Aladdin is like, honestly, Aladdin and Lion King for our era.
Oh, yeah, one and
they're,
two.
They're the two. I mean, it's like,
I literally was debating between Lion King and Aladdin because
Yeah.
Aladdin is my heart. Like, obviously, I have
Yeah.
a soft spot for Robin Williams, but
the genie.
the genie.
The soundtrack, Elton John did the soundtrack
Well, here's
for,
the thing.
oh no, I'm sorry. Elton John was Lion King.
That's-
Sorry. Yeah. But that's why I mean, soundtracks are huge for me.
Oh yeah.
Well, and the thing
Right.
is
Yeah.
for that movie, so in the opening scenes of Aladdin, when
Uh-huh.
he comes in and it's like the little shop and
Mm-hmm.
he's doing the voice, they literally just sent Robin Williams into a studio with these things and said, and you're going to go ahead in character and describe all of these. So when he was like, oh, it broke, like it really broke. He really broke it on the table. So
Robin
like,
Williams.
Unscripted, yeah.
I mean, shout out to the GOAT, man. He is like,
heard that.
yes, man. Lion King, did you take Toy Story just so I couldn't take Toy Story?
Yeah.
You-
I
Yes.
told you if you take one of my movies, I'm taking Toy
I
Story.
didn't know Lion King was yours, though.
All right, so Toy Story 1 is out. Got
Okay,
it.
so you went Hercules, love Hercules, great soundtrack. Okay.
Oh,
soundtrack.
please.
And I
The
knew that
first
was one of
sassy
Brandy's
woman
favorites.
displayed like truly
Yep.
fierce Megara. Yes.
Yes.
And Hades is hilarious.
yeah. So I'm going.
I'm cool.
I'm going Toy Story 3,
Okay.
and that is because honestly, I love the first Toy Story, but 3 was the one that got to me because like 1 and 2 came out when we were kids, like 5, 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
but 3 came out when we were adults, and it was like we grew up with this, and
We
now
literally just kept growing.
Now
up with it.
Andy's an adult. We're adults. He's giving away all his toys. When I thought the toys were gonna get burned up in the incinerator, and then when he was giving them away and describing these toys, I was weeping. That is amazing. Toy Story 3, I think, is the best. Anyway,
I do love it.
yeah.
I like 4 more.
That's the end.
I liked 4 more because it was a nice wrap up conclusion.
Boom.
It's not a wrap up. They're gonna do another one. They're not done. That's what I'm saying. Like
kinda
I think they
wish
should have
they
left it
would,
at 3.
but-
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, so I get 2, correct?
Yes.
Bang bang. So I am going to go with Mulan.
Good pull.
And
Fa Mulan. Celine loves it when I do that. I mean,
Because you actually sound like that grumpy old lady. Can you please just on camera for me? Can you just say, you must know how to pour the tea?
The first time I did it, like the legit first time I did it.
I'm going to need it right now.
No.
I'll get quiet for you.
No. Corey and Celine lost it. They were like, whoa! Yeah.
I lost it when
The
you
passion
just said
reigns
Fa
through.
Moran.
Fa Moran. Love it. Anyway, second choice. Go.
Oh, Lord. Can I look at this again?
Sure,
please?
sure.
Because now you just made me laugh too hard.
Sorry.
Thought. It's all your fault. I'm going to go ahead and go with Coco.
Coco.
Great choice. Oh, man.
That's early. That's an early one.
Yeah.
I like that.
As a music lover, man, that movie is just like...
My stepdad calls Julia Coco.
Yeah.
And every time, Wilson's the man, but Wilson will go, Coco. When Julia walks in, it's just funny. I don't know why.
I will say, not that it was a ripoff, but there was a movie that came out before it called The Book of Life.
I have seen it. I actually did not like it the same way, though.
Celine loves The Book of Life. She watches The Book of... Or used to. She's 11 now. She's like, meh. But, like, The Book of Life was her movie.
Yeah.
And Coco was great, but if she had to pick when she was watching these, it was her Book of Life for her all day long. It's not a Disney movie, but...
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, I think it's pretty great.
So when Coco came out, my son was like 2. And for those of you that don't know Carter, peep it on the book everywhere. He's a little baby Hulk. And he was in love. He was in love with the actual Spider-Man, the actual Hulk, and Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because he loves like singing and dancing. So he would just walk around with his little teeter totter. Toddlers always look like they're drunk when they're walking. Yeah. So like he'd just be like, Boco Loco, Boco Loco. But like it was one of those movies that I would recommend to anybody.
If you haven't seen it, you have to see
Even
it.
if you don't have kids, it's one of those movies where you will sing along and know everything.
Sing along. The animation, the colors,
and the message.
And the message. It's amazing.
Disney does it. Disney does this thing.
Pixar specifically. Like they're whew.
Heard.
Okay, me next. I'm going The Princess and the Frog.
Solid.
That is one that Celine and I have watched. Like
that seems early to me too.
Shout out to
pick 2 for you?
That's pick 3 for me.
Oh, okay.
I got Lion King, Toy Story 3, Princess and the Frog.
And I'm also gonna say shout out to Casey Allen and Lucy and Rachel, because when we were in New Orleans, I don't think you guys understand. You guys obviously know Casey, but we all sat in New Orleans in our hotel room like half lit and watched Princess and the Frog probably 7 times.
It sounds like an awesome
It's an amazing movie.
I would definitely have
the
done that.
town looks amazing. The
detail down to the buildings of the soundtrack is on point. Not to mention it was the first African American princess that came out, and I think that is so pivotal and huge for everyone. Like they need to be inspired. Young women everywhere should say, "Hey, I'm the first one to crack jokes about everything," but at the end of the day, I was rooting for it.
And Anika Nani Rose, her voice.
Incredible.
Blows me away. I mean, blows me away.
My favorite song in that movie was definitely Mama Odie's song.
Fun song. I like Almost There, and I like the one Mama Odie sings, but then Anika Nani Rose comes on Blue Skies and Sunshine. When she hits that note,
Blue skies,
woo!
sunshine.
Yes.
Let's
go.
Hype for Disney.
Hype for Disney.
Who is
High
it?
five.
Who is it? All right, so I gotta go.
You got 2 choices.
Ratatouille.
Because he loves that.
I do love it. It's great. And Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Solid investment.
Can I? You just took all my stuff.
I need to look. Oh, that's your special red pen.
Yeah. This is great that we only can pick 5.
Chris, you said Finding Nemo and Ratatouille. Okay. I'm literally writing the titles again. Right?
I don't even think I have a chance in this because you guys have Aladdin and Lion King.
No. You may be wrong. So it's me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going a Goofy movie.
Yeah, of course you are.
Fuck yeah.
Is that your last pick?
No, it's my 4th.
Should have been your last. Neither Brandy or I were ever.
It doesn't matter, but because I wanted to make sure neither one of you took it. I have to, dude. And soundtracks again, like those 2 songs stand out, and Eye to Eye. I bang those in my car sometimes by myself. They're great songs. Devin Campbell, shout out to you. Don't know what you're doing nowadays.
Right. I have more.
Yeah, we probably could.
Oh, I forgot about that movie. I do love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so since I'm going to do Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and go Beauty and the Beast.
I'm surprised it took this long for that one to go.
Yeah, I just don't like that movie that much.
Hey,
Here's my thing.
quick thing. Emma Thompson voiced
Ooh.
Mrs. Potts
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but wait, here's the
in the
thing.
live action one.
These are only animated though, right? Because I was thinking live action.
No, this is the
DVDs.
animated, the original.
This
yes.
is only animated. So is it too late to withdraw it?
No,
I was
no.
thinking like
You're still on the clock.
You're just on the clock.
it's okay. I'm gonna
What
treat
pick is
that-
this for you? Is this 5?
This
No,
would be
4
4
and
and
then
5.
So you
five.
got 4 and 5. Bang, bang, back to back. Yeah.
I'm gonna treat this shit like the Texans. Just fuck it up. I'll drink for that.
Yeah.
reference.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Brandy's super Ravens fan, by the way. We couldn't tell.
In case you're wondering, when I turn my head this way, no, it's not a bottle cap. It's an Oreo. And no, I did not do it because of Chris Davis. We actually took worst team in the MLB that season. You're welcome.
Girl. Not because of Chris Davis. Or any
okay.
other crush.
Oh, I don't know. This is so hard. Okay, so I'm going to for sure go with Zootopia.
Ooh. Another great, like, movie about, like...
Life and acceptance.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
I just can't help myself.
That
and
sloth scene, I mean, couldn't be more on point with at
Yeah,
least the
this-
NBA.
The sloth
That-
scene was the best part of the movie.
Honestly, there was so much subtle adult humor in there
Oh,
that
yeah.
it made it so enjoyable for everything. So Zootopia, faux show. Do you need me to write my own name so you don't write
I'll
the
do it.
title?
I'll do it.
Oh,
I'll do
okay.
it.
I just wanted to make sure.
Thanks, Brandy.
And I am also going to take Big Hero 6.
Oh, Celine
Good one.
loves that
It's
movie.
a great movie.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
is honestly one of those movies that I could watch over and over again. I didn't go a lot of classic styles because I feel like a lot of people feel differently.
This is tough.
My
I like drawn cartoons. Unpopular opinion. I prefer hand drawn than animated.
Really?
Computer animated.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I love some of that. Like Mulan.
Lion King.
Dude, I don't know where I honestly don't know where I'm going. Because some of these are like, I think I know where I'm going, but like, I'm torn. Because
Are you
like,
kidding me? I already have my mindset made up on what your next option's going to be. Go for it, man.
okay, I'm curious. Don't let me see it. Write down what you think my last pick is.
I want to try too.
All right. Pens are over there.
You know what? Just trust me. And
Okay.
then if he doesn't,
I
pick
don't.
it, I'll
I
tell
don't.
you
Give him a
if
pen, please.
You don't trust me.
I
Okay.
don't. I don't.
You don't have
You
to.
just say things sometimes, and it's like,
That's how conversations happen.
okay. So I'm looking at Frozen 2.
No, wasn't thinking.
I'm not picking that, but Frozen 2 was like, did you guys get like the dark vibes from that one? Like,
Yeah,
I love that about that movie. So I'm not picking it, but I love Frozen 2. Shout out to that Oliver and Company, Billy Joel soundtrack. Unreal.
Love
Okay.
Billy Joel.
Oliver and Company was
All right,
great.
tell you what. I'm not writing it down. If you don't pick it, I'm picking it.
Okay.
The one I think you're gonna pick.
Okay. Pocahontas, another one Celine and I have watched countless times. That's
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a little bit politically off-putting these days.
It's going to be one of those. Got it?
Okay. Soul was new but great.
Loved.
Way more adult, but like really good.
It's a good older kid movie, and the younger kids will appreciate it because it's just bopping around.
Brave Little Toaster, Emperor's New Groove, other ones like that.
Classics.
Little Richard with that.
Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, great shit. Emperor's New Groove.
Wreck-It Ralph's also
The Incredibles.
fucking
Wreck-It
prime.
Ralph. Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph is.
I love Wreck-It
But-
Ralph. I love Tangled.
But ultimately, I'm landing on. Go. Say it. Say it.
No.
Say it.
You're gonna say Moana.
Nope.
I want to guess Cars.
Onward.
Wow, we are the same people. Look at this. Cars or Moana or The Little Mermaid.
That's awesome. I'm going
That
onward.
just means you chose wrong.
Nope.
Right,
It
because
doesn't.
you got it outvoted.
I really thought
You
you
used
knew.
your heart. No one voting's ever seen Onward.
That is a lie.
Which is-
Anybody with kids has seen
And
Onward.
well, if you
And
haven't
it's
seen,
a great concept.
if you haven't
Demographic
seen-
is like 25-year-old Gainesville kids.
yeah.
I can tell you that Onward, though, is a really fabulous movie, and I understand.
Oh, it's
the choice.
amazing.
Because
Onward is unreal. How good it
it
is.
breaks down so many lessons.
Yes.
That it reminds me of this TV series Raising Dion, but instead
Oh, that's on
in
Netflix.
Onward.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're bringing up the same concepts of feeling
Yeah.
different. Feeling like an outcast, being a nerd versus being a bully, not having a parent in the picture.
Yes. My maternal mother passed away when I was young. So obviously it's the dad in the movie that's gone, but like it's about these two brothers, and I have it's four of us.
Yeah.
But my brother Adam and I, like our mother is the one that passed away when we were young.
Yeah.
So and it's about these two brothers just going on a quest so they can have one more day with their dad who has passed away.
But is it even a Disney movie? If
Yeah.
the parents don't die?
That's a fair point.
Oh, touche.
That's too, but
What
dude,
about the
I'm
Page
sorry,
Master?
that's
Who did that?
huh?
Was the Page Master
It
wasn't
wasn't
Disney,
Disney.
was it?
No.
God, what a great
Tangled
movie.
is like, or I'm sorry, Frozen's like that too. But so, dude, Onward just, I mean, it just,
All of them are.
it just hit
Well, go.
me.
A
Yeah.
Goofy movie, No Mom. Aladdin, I don't know, he's Street Rat. Big Hero 6,
Street
lost his brother.
Yeah.
Coco, definitely family dead.
Uh-huh.
Finding Nemo, can't find his mom. His mom's dead, but Nemo, whatever. Hercules,
Fish are weird.
parents aren't allowed to have him. Mulan, yeah, that's one that doesn't have parents going. Onward, you just talked about. Ratatouille, no mom, but the dad hated him because he wasn't like a rat. Lion King, we all know dad died.
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog, she didn't have parents, right?
No.
No, her daddy died.
Her dad died when
Dad
she was
died.
young.
Boom. Toy Story, they're toys. I don't know if they have parents. And Zootopia, I don't
No, she has parents.
remember that movie at all.
Anyway, listen.
Wow.
Point is, I'm picking it. If you haven't seen Onward,
Definitely see it.
you have to see it. It's how good?
so
So
good. Okay, last one
Cars.
for you. Let's go. Okay, Lightning McQueen, baby.
Lightning McQueen.
Yes.
I was like, somebody better pick Cars.
Yeah, that has to be top 15.
Because,
right?
well, and the movies we picked have great concepts to them.
Uh-huh.
And they've really adapted from old school Disney where they fit the views of the time, which are not what they are now.
Yeah.
They were not, politically correct. And I think it's wonderful that Disney is trying to update that story and like bring everything that's currently going on.
Shit, the one I looked over didn't think about was Inside Out. That's another one. Like,
Um,
raising a young
I don't
girl.
like that.
So,
movie.
listen,
Oh,
have you guys ever seen or heard of a kid movie called Wonder Park?
Yes.
I have
Wonder.
heard of it. Yeah.
Wonder.
No, Wonder.
Oh,
yes.
I've heard of it. I
With
haven't seen
the
it.
helmet based
Where-
on the book.
Where he imagines a whole theme park.
No,
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
you're talking about an animated movie. Wonder.
Yes.
That's what Wonder is, the one with the kid who has like the facial deformity and he wears a helmet to school.
I know what you're talking about, but
Great
this
movie
one I
also.
think
Great
is
movie.
called like Wonder Park.
It is.
But
That's
it
it.
honestly, parents especially, anybody that doesn't like dealing with emotions, so most men,
Whoa.
go ahead. Sorry.
We're fine with anger, bro. Check us out.
I'm also fine.
Do you know what their next response is going to be? The only reason I said that is because I have a vagina. So
That's Ben. I wouldn't say that.
Bullshit! Don't bring that here. Don't put that evil on me. Okay?
but no,
I cry at movies all the time.
So Wonder is actually great because it touches on a lot of issues, especially for parents and kids alike or teenagers, where I found myself engaged because the concept is a girl has a mother who's diagnosed with, you're guessing, cancer or something of that sort, and goes away to be sick.
Sounds
But
like a Disney movie.
that's what I was saying. Her and her mom built this entire imaginary world together, and
Okay.
they end up traveling. She travels to that world, but it's actually her working through her depression and emotions and learning how to like
Whoa,
move on.
spoiler alert.
Okay.
You're not gonna watch it.
What? I watch every movie on this list.
It's not on that list, so
Okay.
you would be off the hook.
All right.
And it's not that good.
Well, there it is. Lineups are locked.
We're going to put them out.
Let's
Chris?
reiterate.
Chris, Cars, Finding Nemo, Hercules, Ratatouille, and Toy Story.
Oh,
Got
that's
one
hard.
hand-drawn one. Damn.
That's a good lineup.
Great list.
Yeah, I want Aladdin in there.
Cars, Nemo, Toy Story.
Me?
Wait, you want to do some trades?
Me? No. Ain't no
No
waiver wire, no
trades.
trades. This is
Damn
it.
it.
So what do you pick? Cars, Nemo, Toy Story, and what?
Cars, Finding Nemo, Hercules,
That makes me so
Ratatouille,
furious. I should have drafted it first.
Ratatouille, and Toy Story, the first one. I went with a Goofy movie, Onward, The Lion King, The Princess and the Frog, and Toy Story 3.
That was solid.
Yeah, Brandy, Aladdin, Big Hero 6, Coco, Mulan,
Yeah, that's a banger.
and Zootopia.
Mulan in the fourth round is a steal.
Steal!
So, and you can judge. If you promise to judge unbiasedly, you can vote on this lineup. Or
Oh
you
no.
can only vote for one of the other two. Can't
Oh,
vote
no,
for
I'm not
yourself.
voting. I'm not
Oh,
voting.
no, I'm not
Because I might pick one of your two lineups.
We're leaving this up to the people. We can, amongst each other, we can be like, hey, I'd pick this. But, like, as far as official votes, no. This is left up to the peeps, and it's for all of you.
Would you wear a hat? for an episode?
Yeah, man. Sure.
All right, let's bet one hat.
One hat. I don't have a hat to give you.
Make it stupid.
All right. What? That mine is better than
I
yours?
feel like at the end of the day, though, they each have bangers on there. So
They all
it's
do.
like,
Yeah.
They all have bangers. So
It's all up to the audience, and the audience is stupid. You guys are dumb.
Chris, stop it! We just finally hit 100 subs on YouTube. By the way, shout out to my man Luke.
We famous.
Luke Down Under. He did it. He was
My
like,
man.
bro, he messaged me and he was like, I just made one of my employees sub. I said, hell yeah, bro.
Luke's the guy.
Hell yeah.
That's what we like to
Fucking
see.
A, Luke. Okay, next week, we are going to jump into, we just like totally lost track of time. Loki dropped yesterday. So we're going to talk about the first couple episodes of Loki next week. And our movie,
Whatever.
official movie review is going to be suggested by Brandy.
Don't do that cry shit from the beginning. I'm not doing that movie.
That cry shit.
I'm not watching that cry shit, Brandy.
I'm going to give you a solid one. Look, like I said, was a nerd that did the whole thing. So the movie I'm going to give you, sticking with my Robin Williams self, is going to be What Dreams May Come.
Ooh.
With Cuba Gooding Jr. And,
Okay.
it was also nominated for quite a few Oscars. It's a great concept. It follows a man whose wife commits suicide, and he actually dives down to try and save her soul.
Shit.
But Cuba Gooding Jr. plays his guardian angel, and Robin Williams plays the husband protagonist.
I'm intrigued. That movie was always on my parents. My parents had a wall of movies growing up. And that DVD was always on the shelf, and I just never went for it.
Also, since I'm on a movie show, I'm just going to say, anybody here that hasn't seen The Devil's Advocate, do yourself
Another
a favor.
good one. Yep. Another good one. Keanu and
We
Al
reviewed that
Pacino.
on here.
No, we did not.
No, we didn't. Why would we?
No, we did not.
I was like, no, you didn't.
Which
I
one did we
watched-
do with the blind guy?
The blind guy?
Yeah, the blind attorney, your brother.
Daredevil?
No. Son of a woman.
Son of a woman.
Son of a
Sorry.
woman,
I
yeah.
confused it. Devil's Advocate's great, though.
Al Pacino?
I like Devil's Advocate more than that one. The Son of a Woman, if I'm not.
Bro, look at you. You're already fucking up my brand new...
Fancy paper.
He spilled Jack Daniels all over my brand new scoring system.
If you pay enough attention to the world, vintage is where it's at.
Fair. We should
You don't
also-
want it looking
We should
brand
just
new.
douse the paper in
I
Jack
also
Daniels.
just want to throw it out there, with all the money you're saving on that coiffed hair that's just gelled perfectly for hours, you're going to be able to buy yourself whatever paper you want there,
Thank you,
boss.
Randy. Appreciate it.
You call Dwight Schrute. He'll get you that high quality gel.
Lastly, to pull my pin out of the guilty pleasure movies, I think what I had mentioned previously was that I point to the Fast and Furious because I love those movies.
Yeah.
And he shits on me for it.
I
but
love them, but they're so unrealistic, but I can't stop watching them.
Yeah, they're so much
Well,
fun.
I can't stop watching them, but I don't love them.
But I love them to 7 when Paul Walker's last movie.
But have you
Yeah,
seen
that's-
Fast 7?
I have. I've seen them all.
Oh.
And the
okay.
new one comes out this month.
Here's the thing.
And we're going to talk about
I
it.
just...
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
we can review it. Let's
Yeah.
review it.
if we want to be real honest about it, I feel like the Fast and the Furious, it's exactly like its name. If you relate it to other things in life, it goes real fast and furious, and then it just kind of dies off at the end, and you're supposed to be satisfied.
It's okay. The first one was great. The first one was amazing.
That's what I said. The
And it's a cash grab.
throughout the
Every
franchise.
sequel has been a
What
cash
did you
grab.
get? You got super worked up, super excited, just like when you're with someone who's fast and furious, and then it just lets you down, and you were like, all right, well, I guess I'll still show up
I'm
because
not-
everybody likes pizza.
I'm not mad at it because the dude didn't think he was going to make a bunch of money. He wound up making a bunch of
And
money.
he started with
and
his
now
own
he's doing
production company.
little throwaway movies to make
Or maybe it's a
hundreds of
problem.
millions.
Vin Diesel started his own production company, and that's what...
Vin Diesel's trash.
Yikes.
Oh, I don't know. I really like the Riddick series.
I love Vin Diesel, but
Meaning
as
I
a
like
person,
Pitch
he's
Black and
trash.
Riddick. I don't like the second one.
He said, "I'll
like
never
the
do a
comic
sequel," which is why he wasn't in the second one. I'll never do a sequel. Sequels are stupid.
And that's
then,
the sequel king.
and then people stopped calling
So
him.
he's upset he wasn't a man of
And
his
then,
word.
then people stopped calling him, and he went, "You know what? Let me take a look at these sequels again." That's
Yeah.
why Riddick took 10 years to make a sequel too.
Yeah.
Honestly, but I loved Riddick.
Yeah, it's a dude that just thought too highly of himself.
Right, you're not a good actor.
I'm in it for the art.
You're like a
That's what I said.
muscly action dude.
Grow up, bro.
Yeah, get out of here.
Now he's mad because he can't have The Rock and him in the same movie. He looks like a little girl. That's a fact.
Hashtag, please tag The Rock.
That's why Vin Diesel needs family all the time. Because The Rock showed up.
Also,
Before he did that shit by himself.
Since you segued into The Rock, I will say him and Kevin Hart's shit is the funniest stuff
their friendship is. I
That's
don't
what I'm
necessarily like their movies.
Jumanji,
Yeah.
come on.
Jumanji's great.
The
Jumanji's
first
great.
Jumanji.
Both of them are great.
Both.
Jack Black killed it in that movie. Like,
Amazing.
oh my god,
Yeah.
where's my phone?
And the peeing scene, amazing.
yeah.
Cheers, guys. Brady, thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Thank you guys
We
for
had a lot of
having
fun.
Had a
I'm excited to
great
see what
time.
you guys think
Cheers,
the
you
best
guys.
lineups.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life for real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he got it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up, and we don't let him. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster is so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, we're released alive. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Land and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, Event Horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.